It was actually a business that we were placing electricians at in New South Wales.
He's actually a nice guy.
You know, there's some countries out there where you work to live or live to work. Yeah.
Your downtime is your downtime.
What do you guys miss since you've been there?
Droerwors.
Well, my wife will struggle. Then she loves Black Label. Really.
Me and your wife will be best friends.
And crayfish in winter.
And apparently those things are
Freshwater
monsters in
crayfish.
Australia. And kangaroo, do they munch on kangaroo there?
Everything's spaced out beautifully, the weather, the climate. And do you guys have kids?
We've got 2 daughters. They are so happy.
Have they developed an Australian accent yet?
And they saw the caliber coming out of South Africa and they said, hold on, whoa. We need more of this.
But this is, I think this is a very important point because
Today's episode of the Arrival Lounge will be speaking to a South African family that has been there for a little over 5 months. A gentleman by the name of Johan and his lovely wife Riette and 2 beautiful kids. They've been there for, as I said, a little over 5 months, and we get to dive in and understand how life has changed for them over the last 5 months, being from South Africa, coming from South Africa, living in Wodonga, Victoria. Let's get into it. Looking forward to it. Right, Riette, Johan, guys, thank you so much for joining us on our podcast today. And over the last 5 months, how have things been? Have you guys settled into your new home?
It's not too busy. There's a lot going on. So it's clean everywhere you go. When I go to work in the morning, for example, there's trucks already spraying the paving, guys jumping on machines, sweeping the sidewalks, and it's incredibly something that we're not used to.
yeah, what do you do for a living in Wodonga?
So I'm a qualified butcher.
And I'm an administrative assistant.
Oh, nice.
The same company.
The same company, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And in terms of the profession, you know, being a butcher, is it similar to that of being a butcher in South Africa, or do they have different ways of working?
You start in a butchery deboning meat and so on.
And then you work your way up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where here it's different. When you're qualified, you are actually the knife hand. You are the skilled person in the business.
And that's, so we had the opportunity of placing Johan and a few other chaps, a company by the name of Kennedy Meats. It was actually a business that we were placing electricians at in New South Wales.
Okay.
And this business then introduced me to Kennedy Meats, and Kennedy Meats has introduced me to a few other businesses and so on. Anyway, cut a long story short, this is how Johan and Riette.
So there's like a blatant shortage of that type of profession, like butchers, electricians in those areas.
Yeah, I mean, when we got in contact with Kennedy Meats, we originally introduced one candidate, and they saw the caliber coming out of South Africa, and they said, hold on, whoa. We need more of this. Have you got more?
Is that what they said?
Open up the bag. Here's 30 other butchers that are as good.
Johan, when you got the news that you were sought after, like people wanted to speak to you, like what were the feelings that you sort of experienced? Is it something that you always wanted to do, or were you quite happy in South Africa living here and the opportunity just looked slightly better? Or is it something that you and your family actually wanted to do?
Was a seed planted about 8 years ago. There's family members staying in Queensland, and we always wanted to make a move. So we couldn't ask for a better timing.
And you guys have kids?
Yeah, we've got 2 daughters.
And they settling in okay at the new school?
Yeah.
They are so happy.
They're coming home.
Talk to us about that, actually.
Have they developed an Australian accent yet?
Smaller ones.
A little bit of slang, like here and there.
Yeah, we grow 6 packs laughing at this child. She's so happy.
That's amazing. And I suppose like that, this it just like reaffirms the decision that you guys made to move over when you see it like naturally happening with your children, that they're naturally feeling happy, nothing's forced. And it just takes that, it's like a huge relief, right? Because if your kids weren't able to settle well, then it's an issue, you know?
Yeah, it makes it, I can imagine it makes it quite uncomfortable for the parents to adjust.
So do they go to a private or a public school?
No, they go to public school.
Yes.
Public school in Victoria is free. So
So you don't
no school
pay
fees.
like anything?
No school fees.
Only school closed.
So
And they're on a
you
482,
wear
by the
uniform.
way.
Oh, they're on a
Yes.
482.
Yeah,
And there's so which
But-
482, just for people that are listening, is a work permit.
Correct.
It's a limited time
Yeah.
in Australia.
Yeah.
It can lead to permanent residency
Correct.
over time. But sometimes the benefits are slightly less because you're on a short stay
Yeah.
permit, right?
so it depends on the state that you're in,
Oh, the
really. So
state.
some states, if you're in a certain region, that state has benefits, such as in this case, free schooling.
Wow.
But when you go to a different state, let's say Queensland, it would be very different.
Okay.
So it just depends.
Got you.
Yeah, so in Victoria, luckily, the free schooling is not visa dependent. So all kids in Victoria, public school is free.
Amazing.
We were blessed to get them into school about 2.5 weeks after we landed in Australia. We received a school relief voucher where the parents, or the parents for kids in public schools, get this voucher to buy uniforms, school supplies, all funded by the Department of Education in Victoria, or the Victoria Department of Education. And I mean, winter is here, so, and school uniform is not cheap. Textbooks and stuff like that, but they don't use textbooks, only books in which you write. Stuff like that is expensive. So yes, the school relief voucher, obviously we didn't think that we would get it.
I've
because
actually never
we
heard of that
spent
before, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
I've
didn't
never
know
heard of
that.
Wow.
That's-
So is it like a
that's-
percentage
Yes.
of the cost of like uniforms and things?
Yes, well, the value of the voucher is $400 per
Wow.
kid.
Oh, wow.
And that $400 actually covers a lot. We bought winter clothing, and yes, I mean, it's a blessing. We didn't think that we would get it because we enrolled them only in February of this year.
Mm.
Most of the parents got it last year. So last year already in December. So yes, we are very fortunate. We looked at a few private schools, but it's expensive, honestly.
But you don't need it,
especially
right?
if you-
I mean, like in terms of the
we don't need it.
standard of education, private versus public, it's virtually the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct.
And are the kids happy with their
Um,
teachers? And
Oh, yes. Our kids are happy with their teachers, and the teachers are happy with our kids. We get so many compliments from both the middle school. So the middle year school is where our eldest daughter is going.
Mm.
She is year 7. That is grade 7 in South Africa. So that's high school here in Australia. And then the youngest one is in year 5. So both of them happy, doing good. So,
In sports,
couldn't ask
I was just about to ask,
I'd-
like
I'd-
extramurals.
I'd
and
love to know more about sports. There's a few conversations that I've heard in there, but I'd love to get what's going on with school sports. Yeah,
So school sports are they're not big on sports. I know there's soccer, and I know there's netball, and it's not like in South Africa they've got hockey, rugby, and netball and tennis and everything in one school. Here you go to clubs.
okay.
Like Renee's playing footy.
sport clubs. Sport clubs.
Yes.
Sport clubs. Okay.
Not nightclubs.
So Rene's playing footy. I don't know
Okay.
if you guys know footy.
Yes,
It's,
yeah.
What
Yeah.
Australian rules?
Yeah, Australian rules.
NFL.
Yeah.
That's a silly sport.
Yeah. No, I've never sort of grasped onto the idea of, I want to watch this.
Although I think like if you had to play it, it'd be quite fun.
I'd stick to rugby.
It's the biggest.
It's rugby.
It's
It's
the
too aggressive.
It's the biggest.
Yeah, it's
sport
quite
in
aggressive.
Australia.
Oh, it's the biggest sport in
Yeah.
Australia. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's
So-
like stadia
so-
that have it, and have you been to any
Yeah.
sporting events or like games?
Um,
No, only
Not-
the schools.
no, wait. We went to the basketball. We went to the basketball.
Did that happened in
a few
Queensland,
times.
right?
No,
No.
it happened. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
The Aubrey Bandits.
yeah. The Aubrey Bandits.
Basketball.
Yeah, basketball. We were sponsored by the employer a few times to go and watch. And that was quite good. We
Guys,
enjoyed that.
Tell us about
I love
your neighborhood, like where you live, how the houses. Is it easy to get around? Are there shops on the corner? Like maybe you can describe a little bit about like where you live and yeah.
The house could literally be on Cribs. Like, you remember MTV Cribs?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's
Really? Have
like
you
the
seen
first house that they found and moved into? It's quite cool.
You've seen pictures?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's very cool.
Oh,
Anyway,
nice.
I'll leave that to you guys to explain.
And compared to South Africa, is it
No, that's all you guys.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
The housing here is beautiful. It's
Modern.
It's modern, very modern. All houses are equipped with aircons because when in the summer it gets hot, in the winter it gets cold,
Yeah.
like cold. So all houses are equipped with aircons.
It's like Cape Town.
The house that we moved into is a duplex, and it's very spacious. And
I think you showed me a
the
picture of their home.
neighborhood.
Yeah, they
You
got like 2 lounges.
I
It's
think you
insane.
showed me a video.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think I've seen your house.
Yep,
That's
we're sitting
amazing.
in the top lounge. Or what? This is the luxury.
Give us a
lounge,
squiz. Come on,
right?
flip the camera. Go, give us a
We're
quick
just
tour.
waiting for-
Give us a quick tour
we're
of the
just
home.
waiting for our. Oh goodness.
Not a full
gracious.
tour. You just have
Are
to
you
flip the
off, please?
camera. It's fine.
So to make
Oh,
sure that
wow.
you got pants on, you know, like people.
Oh, you're in the top lounge there. Okay,
And the
cool.
stairs are behind. me.
Okay. Okay.
It looks better downstairs.
It looks
because-
better downstairs.
because we
We're moving rooms,
We-
so yeah.
yeah.
And do you have any pets?
No.
Are you thinking of getting any?
No, my heart is still broken about the pets that I had to leave behind that we had to leave behind in South Africa. So I asked Johan tonight, can I please get a kitten? And he's like, no.
No, Johan.
Okay.
Johan, that's
Oh,
No,
harsh.
Johan,
I can't bear to
losing another pet
yeah,
again.
to see them crying and all that again. So no.
Oh, you cry just as loud.
Was it obviously moving abroad is a big decision for a family. It can often seem very daunting for all the members of the family. Was it what you expected? Was it worse? Was it better? Was it manageable? Or was it just like torture? If you could maybe explain like a little bit about what you went through.
Well, let me just start by saying we came over with the right mindset from the start.
Very important.
That was our main goal, was to give our kids a better life.
Yeah.
Although we didn't even know what we're going into.
Mm.
And as I said to a few other people, we make it look easy because we talk and we communicate and we make plans, and
Mm.
it's trial and error this, and you know, let's reduce this, let's
You have
do
to go
that.
over as a
You know,
team,
we
as a
go
tight
for the
like team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the end of the day, we are still standing, and it's flipping amazing.
Yes, I mean, in South Africa, I worked for a company for 15 years. It's literally the first job that I had since leaving school. And I came here unemployed for the first time in my life. Didn't know where I'm going to be, what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm a South African, no Australian experience, no Australian qualification, no qualification for that matter.
Mm.
And within the first 2 weeks of being in Wodonga, I got a job at the same place where Johan is working, and I'm happy. He's happy. Our kids are happy. Yes, we came over primarily for a better future for the kids, but also for us. I mean,
Absolutely.
we
No, you
went
can't just put
through-
yourselves aside.
we
And,
went- Yes, I mean, we went through a lot of hardships, me and Johan.
Yeah.
We've been together for 15 years, married for 13. Yeah, 13 years. And we had a lot of hardships, like really. And now we get paid weekly.
Mm.
It's awesome.
Mm.
It's awesome, but always remember the but. You also asked about shops and all that stuff. I mean, in Wodonga alone, there's 2 or 3 Coles, two Coles stores,
It's three.
three Coles.
and Coles
So
is like
there's-
similar
there's
to like a
more than
pick and
enough.
pay, just for the viewers to understand what a Coles
Yeah.
is, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like a pick and pay,
And then you got your
checkers stuff.
Woolworths.
Okay.
Your Woolworths here. Yeah, it's Coles, it's Woolworths, it's Aldi. It's very nice. It's really Wodonga is nice. I like Wodonga. It's quiet. The neighborhood where we're staying is quiet. It's a lot of we are surrounded by elders, the elderly. But every Friday night, 5:30, they are at the Elmwood Pavilion. Each of them, it's either a glass of wine, a nice beer, the men. So there they sit and they have their weekly get together and they just chill
Nice.
as if they had a hectic week of working in the garden. And
Everybody around us, all of them know that we are from South Africa.
Mm.
We've met them, they have invited us, and they will stand here and talk 10, 15, 20 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, no, good, yeah.
You're gonna start doing that,
so
like,
they-
yeah, mate, yeah, mate,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they love talking. It's like, okay, I have to go. Can I go now?
Yeah.
Oh, they
You know,
like
it's funny,
this.
Adrian, that
Say
we're going to be
that.
having a podcast with later
Yeah.
this week. And you guys know Adrian Dalport quite well, obviously. He's actually started picking it up. Yeah, mate.
Oh, they're
yeah,
gonna be working for the same
mate.
place?
Yeah, they work for the same business.
Oh,
yeah,
so you've met Adrian and you hang out.
yeah.
then.
They work in the same departments, I think it is.
Do you live close to
Yeah.
together with? Do you live close to him?
About
Well,
2
it's-
kilometers.
Yeah, 2 kilos.
Okay.
Kilometers,
Okay,
yeah.
so it is close.
Yeah.
All right.
The same distance that we stay from from Johan's workplace. Well, my workplace as well. So I must say, there is quite a language barrier
Yes.
between us and the Australian people.
Mm.
Um,
Are they accepting
so,
of it?
yes,
Are they,
it's English.
yeah.
Yes, it's English, but my word,
The
you
slang.
get either yes, slang definitely. Then
Yeah.
you get, you can understand, but they talk very fast, especially the men, very fast. And then they've got these weird words. Like I was eating a sandwich for lunch, and this lady is like, "Oh, what are you eating? A sanger?" And I'm like,
A sanger.
And they
Sando,
do like
y'all.
sando. You having a sando?
Yeah.
It's
Have
like
you got your
O's
thongs
and
on?
E's.
Have you got your thongs on?
Yeah.
You obviously know what that is, right?
I outgrew those in high school.
That's brilliant. I was actually going to ask you, lost in translation conversations, which I'm pretty sure has happened a few times. They say one thing and you're like, what? As you've just said about the sandwich.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure, like, I've also heard that when you walk up to someone and you say, "How's it, but?" and they look at you like, "Have you just sworn at me?" You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they can't. They're not asking you how are you how are you doing.
How are you going?
How are you going? Or goodbye is see ya, and I'm like, oh, see ya.
See ya,
I just
Khaleesi.
learned to say,
You know.
I just learned to say, all right, sweet.
Sweet.
That's it.
Just
Go.
say sweet chum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Just say
and
shup,
another thing-
sweet chum.
Another thing, so our office has a few jars with sweets in them.
Mm.
So I know sweets as sweets. Okay. Their sweets are lollies. And I thought, okay, these people must have a boatload of lollipops because it's lollies. That's what I know. So meantime, no, it's just a normal sweet. And I'm like, oh great. it's just
Disappointment
sweets.
settled in right there.
They don't call it candy. They call all sweets lollies.
All sweets are lollies.
But what do you call a lolly?
Yeah, like a fizzer.
Lolly.
You know, what do you?
That's
I'm not
also
a
a
fizzer.
lolly.
What are
That's
those?
also a
Lolly.
lolly.
Yeah. Okay. All
It's
right.
also a lolly.
Interesting.
Any candy is a lolly. Lolly, lollipop, lolly. It's a lolly.
Guys,
Okay.
tell us about like obviously in South Africa, it's difficult to work and enjoy life outside of work and do extracurricular things and go to events and go away on holiday. I think everyone is struggling. It's just a weak economy. What is it like living in a first world economy, earning Australian dollars and having enough to do other things that may seem foreign to a lot of people?
And having a little bit more freedom on your hands.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of freedom on our hands. I finish.
Oh.
I start work.
I want to move to
5
Australia.
o'clock.
100%.
5 o'clock in the morning, I'm at work, and 2:30, I'm clocking off. And then Fridays, Saturdays, we don't work. It's off.
You mean Saturday, Sundays?
Saturday, Sunday, sorry.
Fridays you leave at like 11 or between 10 and 11
Yeah,
in
I
the
didn't
morning.
wanna say
That's
that out loud.
amazing.
Maybe people will get jealous.
So you get to know your wife a little bit more than what you probably did back in South Africa. I mean,
Yeah,
you must have built on
you know,
quite a relationship now. You spend so much time together.
He's actually a nice guy.
You've just discovered him. Oh,
happiest.
goodness.
I'm the happiest man alive.
But this is, I
You
think
know,
this is
my
a
wife-
very important point
Mm.
because you almost don't have time. Like, I get home late.
Yeah.
Romy and I have very limited time to spend with one another. We got kids as well.
Yeah.
But it just seems with all the people that we're speaking to, there's this common theme of like, there's a lot of emphasis given or like the rules and regulations of the country. It's like we treat free time as something that's super important.
It's valued.
It's not just work. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and for South Africans, it's like it's a super foreign thing.
I mean, Sean mentioned it in our podcast last week, and he was saying that, you know, there's some countries out there where you work to live or live to work.
Yeah.
And I think this is the big difference between South Africa and Australia. And what you guys are experiencing now is a complete flip where you're able to enjoy, you know, life with family.
It's like
not
no,
just work,
no real
work.
rat race.
Yeah.
And you just like get to enjoy your kids, get to enjoy. I'm sure you guys have rekindled a few things, you know. So it's great. So for partners and relationships and your relationship with your kids, it's brilliant. Yeah.
I must say we can plan to drive 300 or 400 or 500 kilos if you want to drive this maybe Friday night. You have time to plan, you know. It's not the case.
And you've got money
At
for
home.
fuel.
Yeah, it's not the case back home. You're always on standby. You must always answer your phone. When you answer your phone, there's always a story about this and that, or you are gonna get in this trouble, or you must sign this forms, or why is this and why that? Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's actually part of the legislation that, you know, when you are not at work, your downtime is your downtime.
Mm.
So it's a, what do they call it? It's a
You can't message me
I'm
or
not
contact
sure,
me
but-
type of thing. Like an employer can't really reach out to you
Yes.
and, you know, expect
yes,
you to
you
work.
do not have to answer your phone. You
Yeah.
do not have to
Yeah,
answer your phone.
Yeah.
Mm, mm,
But
mm.
obviously we won't try that. But yes, they don't bother us in any way.
Brilliant.
I still feel guilty when maybe the manager says, "Well, it's 5 minutes before you can leave, but leave now." And I'm like, no, I'll rather wait until the time, you know. No, man, relax, go home. I'm like, no, I can't do that. I feel guilty.
Complete flip of the
Yes,
That'll change in a year or
that's
two. You'll be like out of there.
switch.
You want to
Yes,
be you do. I mean
actually,
you're in a new place and you want to like kind of be like semi respectful and toe the line, you know? Yeah.
yes, that really is a big thing. I mean, I used to work like, I felt like I worked 24/7. And yeah, I go in early and I leave late, but it's not necessary.
Mm.
So it's like they're looking at me like, why are you still here?
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm like, oh.
This is why employers love South Africans so much because we've got such an interesting work ethic. Like we like to put in the graft.
Yeah.
And we get a kick out of it. It's not like we feel like we're slaves. It's like we just work well.
Well, that goes back to my previous points. You know, you work to live or live to work, and because we've had that mindset, we don't have much of a choice in South Africa. You have to do that,
Yeah.
and you apply that same mentality over there. I think that's why the major attraction comes in.
Yeah.
Talking about attraction, just to get to another different topic here, but one thing that you miss from South Africa that you wish was in Australia, what do you guys miss since you've been there?
Droerwors.
Biltong.
You work for a butcher, surely.
There's no excuse.
You don't find Droerwors here.
Just hang
Okay, so
some
you
up in the
can,
back.
but
What do you get? Jerky?
you
You get
buy-
Yeah,
jerky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Jerky
No,
is
thank
not nice. It's, I mean,
no.
But Johan,
No.
you must make your own.
Cool.
I mean, you've got all the tools. Like, I'm sure that just ask the manager for a little spot in the back. We get some fans in there,
Yeah.
and we get some coriander seeds and spices, and
yeah.
someone hang it up there. They might look
You've
at
got an
you.
extra
They'll
room.
look at
I
him
mean,
funny.
you
though.
kept that room available for myself and Debbie at some point when we come there. So just use that room in the meantime. You know, make it smell like Droerwors and Biltong. That's
No,
that's
this
my
is
kind of
this is very important.
that's my thing. Yeah.
Oh, and a black label.
oh,
Black
well, I
label.
shouldn't do that, but yes.
What is the
Black
beer like
label.
there?
Sorry to say. We don't buy.
It's mostly craft. It tastes like craft beer.
Craft beer.
When we buy beer or on special occasions, we'll go for Peroni. What's this?
No,
Oh, that's not bad.
Corona.
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 Corona,
There we go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Corona.
Now, if you're
Yeah,
struggling
or
with
Heineken,
Black
that's
Label,
good.
my wife will struggle. Then she loves Black Label beer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Me and your wife will be best friends.
It's her flavor.
Corona is expensive in South Africa. Yes, it's the cheapest beer.
Oh, nice.
Alcohol is really expensive.
Yeah. All the sin
Really
taxes that you
expensive.
smokes and
All
alcohol.
the sinful goods is and yeah, vapes, you have to have a prescription, a doctor's prescription.
For a vape.
Vapes, cigarettes, yes.
Wow.
Cigarettes are like $50 a packet. And then
So
they
equivalent to
give you
about
this
700 rand for a pack of smokes.
Yes, exactly. And they give you this very ugly packet of smokes with somebody's lung that, it's a dead lung. Or teeth. Oh, my word.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, yeah.
No, you just got
I
like
just
nice
wanna-
packaging from Malbra here in South Africa. Like you're not even a smoker, and you're like, wow, I want to smoke over there. No,
Mm-mm.
it's
You
true.
don't even know if it's Marlboro that you're smoking because you can't see the name.
Oh wow. Okay.
I just want to go back to that question that you asked. If there's one thing that we miss, I want to see if my wife really knows me.
Oh no.
Oh
What's
nice.
the one thing that I really
Here we go.
Fishing,
Oh,
fishing,
Fishing.
fishing,
Ah.
and catching carp. He wants to. He
Specifically.
still needs to catch his PB on carp, but yeah, he won't be able to because if you catch a carp here, you need to kill it.
yeah,
because
it's an
a
alien
inf-
fish.
infestation.
Yeah.
It's an alien fish.
Mm.
So yes,
Not bass fishing.
Fishing.
Yeah.
there's not.
there's
There's-
probably bass. Yeah,
There's
but
other kinds of fish they're targeting, like cod,
Murray cod.
Murray cod,
Okay.
and the red fin, yellow belly, and all those kind
Yes.
of fish, and crayfish in winter.
Oh wow.
Oh nice. So you can go crayfishing now.
Freshwater crayfish.
Crayfish,
And apparently those things are
Freshwater
monsters in
crayfish.
Australia.
they are big. They are big.
Wow.
Believe me.
And one of the oaks at his work, they've made friends now. They're friends now. So this oak just wants to give us some rabbit meat.
Do it.
It's a perfect meal to have over Easter.
I've
I
got
mean,
no
why
problem with
not?
this. I got no problem with this.
No, you can't spoil Easter with that image.
I'm
It's
joking.
not
You
worth-
must try it. You must try it and give it a go.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
kangaroo, do they munch on kangaroo
I
there?
think they do.
They do, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
They do.
Yes.
I don't
absolutely.
even want to know about it because all I see is this little cute kangaroo staring me down and his nunukis and his
No.
nose.
After the
I
videos
love
I've seen
kangaroo.
recently of those
Those
things,
things
they're
are
like
beasts.
they're like on roids.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like steroid, like they
No.
box these
Yes,
things.
but that's in the Northern Territory.
But
Yeah.
is
That's
this
where the-
I
happening?
think Dana White is actually going to go into that,
But
where
is
he's
that-
going
is
to
this
start
happening-
like training kangaroos to get into UFC. Those
Is
things
it
are
happening
beasts.
naturally? Is it happening naturally? Like,
They're beating up people
Yes,
like all the
do
of
they-
time.
course.
but do they actually get like that in their natural,
I don't know.
like environment? It looks like these things are
Yeah.
on.
You
like,
guys see kangaroos often in Wodonga, no?
Yes, so the kangaroos that we see here is a different species of kangaroo or different breed. The big ones, the big muscular ones, is up in the Northern Territory in the outbacks. I mean, there where it is so hot and there's never winter there, so there's not a lot of people there. So I mean,
like
they can
Alice
do
Springs.
just what they want.
Yeah. Alice Springs,
Different
exactly.
breed in Albury. The kangaroos in Wodonga is different to the ones in Albury. It's a different species.
Yeah.
Spicy.
No, good.
Yeah, well.
And Vegemite, did you guys have you taken on to Vegemite?
My cousin in Brisbane made me a toast, piece of toast with Vegemite on it. You have to. There's a certain butter to Vegemite ratio.
Okay.
Otherwise, it feels like you are. I don't know. It's like your throat is drying up. It's like twisting, and it's like, you're dying. It's like Marmite.
As I was
Yes,
about to ask,
it's
is
like
it like
Marmite,
Marmite?
yeah.
Yeah. And Tim Tams. My kids
It's
go
like
mad about Tim
Marmite, but
Tams.
it's better. I don't know how people like Vegemite, but it's fine. To each his own, you know.
Mm. Mm.
And tell me,
You
is there
know
something?
the-
Yeah. No. You go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
You know the waterproofing for roofs back in South Africa?
Oh, yeah, they're like
They'll use Vegemite.
Oh, it's a pup and lap.
Yeah.
That's the stuff.
It's if you don't have money for pop and lap here, you can just buy Vegemite. And it will
It's
do
like
the
lard.
same thing.
It's like lard, like thick
Yeah.
black
Oh
goo.
my word!
Yeah.
And what does Australia have that we don't have here in South Africa? That's like, wow, this is incredible. You know, I'm so glad. Beside the safety and the school standards, and let's push that aside for a couple of seconds. Like, I don't know, a product or I don't know.
Phew. Okay. They've got different types of Special K cereal.
Oh hell.
And here in Australia, you only eat All Bran or Special K when you really need to go to the toilet and you've got
That's serious.
problems with constipation.
This is serious.
That's
You
amazing.
learn the lesson the hard way.
Yeah, I have to write it in a book.
So,
The picture will be there.
back in South Africa, eat Special K, eat All Bran, it's fine. But yeah, oh no.
If you wanna
So it's like a
eat
weight
it,
loss
just
product.
Take out the raisin.
Yes,
So is it more potent or what? Like,
it's potent.
so it makes you
Believe me.
go.
Don't cough too hard.
Okay, well there you go. It's always good to know these things.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
you never
It's
know.
absolutely amazing to know this.
Yes.
Yes,
No,
yeah,
this is
and
very
they can-
important.
So you get there's an All Bran with sultanas in it. My word, it's just sultanas. So imagine, you know. But amazing is
You won't believe in South Africa you drive 120 on a highway,
Mm.
or if you just wants to go from home to maybe go to Spar quickly, you can drive at least 80. 80, 90, doesn't matter. Here you drive 40, 50, 60.
I mean you drive on the road, it's 110 speed limit, and then it's 100, and then we're down to 40. It's like one road, and in a matter of 400 meters, you went through from 110 to 40.
But it's a fine
And then
because
back up.
everything's chilled there. So you actually you're driving, you're not rushing to make money. You kind of just
Yeah.
like
Yeah, and
everything's
this
like-
constant
your
rat race.
life is actually just like made longer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
They've got cameras,
Everywhere.
overhead cameras.
Yeah.
So these cameras watch for seatbelt. If you got your seatbelt on,
Oh my word.
if you use your phone during driving, and if you're speeding. So and you can lose your 12
Points.
license points very, very quickly.
I need to change a lot when
So-
it comes to Australia. If I had to move there, I had to like change a lot.
Yeah. I think that
Can I
that's the
just
one
tell you
thing that
guys-
like might just be a slight issue for me. But everything else is like
Yeah.
I'm game. I've
Yeah.
been to Australia.
Me too.
As I mentioned last podcast, I've traveled around a little bit, and it's just
Yeah.
it is just almost identical to South Africa in terms of the landscape, scenery,
Mm.
everything's spaced out
Yes.
beautifully, the weather, the climate, but it's functional. Everything works. Imagine like living here and everything works. It's just quite
Yeah.
amazing. It really is an incredible place.
But despite from what you see, if you look at system-wise, like when you go to take out your license or you renew your license or whatever the case might be, the system, and not only that example, but every single thing that you need to apply for, the whole system works. There's not a and a and a dit and a dot. It's all right, 100%. You pay the fee
Mm.
and you get it done. They get it done. I promise you.
Wham bam, thank you, man.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
not a struggle. Yeah, you wait a bit for a few things, but it's done.
That's amazing.
Oh, and to top off the license issue or the license thing, luckily we came over when it was not needed to drive and to get a P plate and an L plate and a that plate. So I did my license, and the lady's like, do you do you want a 3-year or a 10-year license? And I'm like, well, I am here to stay. Let's do a 10-year license. So I'm fine for the next 10 years.
Nice.
You got the option. Gee whiz.
What a pleasure.
Well then, so permanent residency next, eh?
Yes. No, we're embarking on that now. So,
Definitely.
Beautiful.
so we had an opportunity, as I mentioned earlier on, of making contact with Kennedy Mead. So Johan and Riette's employer. And we've placed a couple of families in that the same location in Wodonga. And then what we'll do is that we'll start the temp process, which they're now on, and then we'll start embarking on the permanent residency process. Now. So
How long after you arrive can you start that process?
it's a good question. So it depends on what profession you've gone over on. So as an example, well, in this exact example, Johan's as a butcher, he's on the direct entry stream, so we can start applying for PR now immediately. He's only been there for 5 months,
Nice.
so we can do that now. The other stream is a transition stream, which actually only allows you to apply for PR after 2 years of being with that employer. So it depends on the occupation, but in this case, Johan's on a really good list that we can do that immediately.
Yeah. When, once you get permanent residency, there's so many more things that open up to
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. From things like, besides free schooling, which you guys are able to benefit from now, but from Medicare, you don't pay for that, or medical aid.
Income
and then
taxes,
income
less.
taxes, your
Yeah.
interest rates are better.
Okay.
You can, get into the property market and buy property. So, there are a host of benefits.
Yeah. Well, so awesome to meet you guys and to spend some time and chat about like what you're going through. It's a big thing. But it was super cool having this conversation.